compared to what was the processes, we'd say between 2000 and 2010, where we built an awful lot of basic infrastructure, rail lines, roads, and so on. They seem to become forever processes. And I would support Deputy Ledden in saying that some things are so obvious that we're wasting time just putting paper together, filling up forms, doing studies that don't need to be done. And that I could never understand the system delaying over the obvious. We also know, and would you agree, that the biggest inflator of cost is not lack of process. It is the process itself, because delay is adding huge costs to infrastructure. And infrastructure built now compared to 5 years ago is enormously more expensive. So the systems that were designed to so-called save money by the system are actually costing us a fortune. I was wondering, would you agree with that analysis of how we've created a system that's actually defeating its own purpose?
Thank you, Minister.
I 100% agree with you. I think, and it's the stop-start nature of it, and the proof of that is, if you look at when we don't do it that way, if you look at when we built out the motorway programme, which was done in a strategic, long-term certainty, money guaranteed, and contractors knowing that they had 2 decades of work, there we were able to deliver at relative, by international comparison, relative lower cost and on time and to high quality. We now need to do the same in public transport, because we've created a car-dependent country that in the end won't work. It'll gridlock as well as being unsustainable environmentally. And the strategic rail review is a critical role, because it's taking this 3-decade approach, and if we all agree we need to make these investments, we give a signal to Irish Rail and contractors that this work is coming. And a modular system, relatively same sort of platforms, same sort of passing loops, same sort of electrification process. And that way, we know that there's a multi-annual programme which makes it modular, regular and quicker, which reduces the cost. So you're right. And the fundamental question for the next government is, are they willing to continue in this direction, which this government has started, switching to public transport and active travel? And are they willing to give that certainty? Because if they don't, and we get caught in process, we'll go nowhere, it'll be very expensive, it'll take for years. Political certainty is probably the most important thing to overcome that process obstacle that the system tends to cling on to.
Thank you, Minister.